I made literal tea for this, so you guys better appreciate it. Oh, that's good. Hi guys, it's me Erin and welcome back to another video. So, I was gonna film this video yesterday, but there was a situation that I had to deal with, so basically there was a massive spider in my room and obviously I had to get rid of it because ew. And the process of me removing it from my room involved me pulling my bed backwards so I could get to it because it was like down the side of my bed, putting on Queen to try and calm myself down, and then doing 3 shots of vodka because I was that scared. So like, as I was like putting the glass over this spider, I was just screaming along to the lyrics because I hate spiders. Long story short, about an hour later, I had managed to remove it from my bedroom and I was just traumatized. I came upstairs and I started to feel the effects of the alcohol, so I just said to myself, there is like no way I'm filming this video today. So I ended up ordering McDonald's and did nothing instead. But I'm here today making the video, so better late than never. Unpopular opinions. No matter what fandom you're in, no matter where you are in life, there are always people that are gonna disagree with you. There will always be things that split fandoms in half. And the Queen fandom is no exception. Whether these opinions be on albums or on certain songs or on the way that certain nicknames are spelt, there's always going to be things that Queen fans disagree on. People disagree with people, so I thought I'd add fuel to the fire and throw in my opinions into the mix because why not? This is the Queen Tea tag. If you want to answer these questions, I will put the questions in the description below and you can comment them, or even like, you know, make your own video and just like DM me on Instagram and I'll watch it. If you don't know what my Instagram is, I'll put the link to that in the description as well. So yeah, you know, just go for it. Disclaimer. You don't have to agree with me. These are my opinions and some of them may be over-exaggerated for the sake of comedy, but they're still my opinions at the end of the day. You don't have to agree with me. Please don't kill me. Okay, thanks. Let's get into the video. Question number 1. What is your least favorite album? I feel like no matter what I say, I'm gonna piss people off. I don't think any of Queen's albums are bad. All of them are good. I just think that there are some that are better than others. I have my favorites, you have your favorites, and we all have our least favorite. For me, that would probably be The Miracle. I can already hear like the angry mob gathering around outside my house. I'm sorry if The Miracle is your favorite album, but it's not my favorite album. It's by any means not a bad album. It's still good. It's got some like great songs on there. My favorite from the album is The Invisible Man. I Want It All is on The Miracle, which is iconic. Breakthrough, Scandal, the song The Miracle. It's a good album. It's just there are albums that I like a lot more than this one. Also, the album cover scares me. Like, it freaks me out. When I first saw it, I didn't like it. I was like, that's really weird. Some people think it's cool, fair enough, I can see why, but it's not my favorite, let's just say that. Please don't hate me, Miracle stands, but please. Moving on to the next question. A song you skip when shuffling. Time to piss more people off. In all honesty, I don't actually skip Queen songs that much. When I listen to Queen, usually it's through my Queen playlist, which is just like a playlist just with all the Queen songs I have on it. I'll just press shuffle and just like let it play through. So I don't really skip songs that much. On the rare occasion that I do skip a song, it's probably gonna be Staying Power, maybe Someday, one day as well. I don't know, I don't usually skip Queen songs. None of them are bad, it's just like, I think sometimes you're just in the mood to listen to a particular like Queen sound and you just don't want to listen to a certain song, so you skip it. That's not me saying that the quality of those songs is terrible, it's just, you get what I mean, okay? I'm sorry if Staying Power is your favourite Queen song, but if I were to skip a Queen song, that would probably be it. Next question! Something you don't like about Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. The majority of Queen fans like the movie. There are some people who don't like it and I can see why. But like for me, I have a soft spot for it because that's how I got into Queen. It kind of made me realise that actually this band that's been quite prevalent in the backdrop of my life, it made me realise that actually they're amazing and that their music is amazing. You know, I've met a lot of really cool people online because of that movie. And if it wasn't for Bohemian Rhapsody, I wouldn't be sitting here right now making this video. I like the film. However, there is a but. There are some things about the movie that aren't necessarily bad, but maybe could have been done better. And I feel like the thing that I'm gonna say I don't like about it, I feel like you guys are gonna be like, Erin, there are so many things you could talk about. You're gonna choose to talk about this? Yes, I am. One thing that I don't like about Bohemian Rhapsody, the fact that for the majority of the movie, Roger's hair isn't accurate. It doesn't ruin my overall enjoyment for the movie, but it does annoy me. Not in the sense that it's bad, but because I don't understand why it's inaccurate. I mean, you know, Joe over here has like 50 billion wigs, and they also gave the guy a perm, yet Ben literally has like one hairstyle throughout the film. For the part of the movie that's set in the 70s, it's accurate because, you know, he had the long hair and Roger had long hair in the 70s. But then at some point during 1976-77, he got it cut short. But then in Bohemian Rhapsody, we get to the 80s and Roger's still got long hair. I don't understand. I don't understand. You are a multi-million-dollar budget movie and you can't. The hair's not right, okay? The hair isn't right. The only thing inaccurate about Live Aid, it's Roger's hair. It's too long, okay? It's too long. Everyone knows that in the 80s, Roger had short hair. What makes it even worse is that they got the BoRhap boys to recreate the Greatest Hits album cover for the movie. It's not in the film, but everyone's seen the photo. And in the photo, Ben has short hair, and it's like, where was this hair in the rest of the movie? Why is it, what? It's not like the long hair looks bad, it's just not accurate. And I don't know why. It shouldn't be. Jesus. So yeah, like I said, it's not like the end of the world, like I'm not gonna kill myself over it, but I don't get why he's got long hair in the 80s, because Roger didn't have long hair in the 80s. And they literally could have just given him the haircut that Ben Hardy had in X-Men, because that's more accurate than Roger's hair in Live Aid. Anyway, that's something I don't like about Bohemian Rhapsody. There you go. It's a very stupid thing to complain about, but whatever. Next question. What are your thoughts on Mary Austin? Oh, we're treading dangerous waters here, aren't we? If there's one thing that I learned right away when I joined the Queen fandom is, unless you want to start World War III, don't talk about Mary Austin, because some people feel very strongly about her. Some people hate that woman. No, but seriously, in all honesty, I don't really care about her, because I'm not a fan of Mary Austin. I'm a fan of Queen, and that's like part of Freddie's personal life, so why would I like give a shit? I completely understand what Mary meant to Freddie, and I understand that, you know, she was like a really important part in his life, and he really like loved her and cared about her. Even after he came out as gay, like he still looked after her. However, for me, it's kind of conflicting. Some of the things I've heard about her, they don't really paint her in a positive light. For example, she lives in Garden Lodge, which is the house in Kensington, and she got rid of like all the messages that fans had left for Freddie that were on like the wall. It's been quoted to say, like, I don't know what magazine it's from, but it was in a magazine. It's quoted that she said she was sick of having her house defaced. Defaced? Is that really the word you want to go with, Mary? I mean, you know, fans left those messages there for Freddie because they care, but okay. You do you! I've heard other things as well about in terms of how she treated Jim, Peter and Joe after Freddie died, but obviously that stuff isn't confirmed, so I can't really comment on it. Like I said, I don't really have an opinion on her. I don't hate her, but I don't love her either. Just a little side note, don't confuse Mary Austin with Lucy Boynton, because Lucy Boynton is wonderful. I like Bohemian Rhapsody Mary. I like Mary in the movie because she's really nice. But as for the real life Mary, don't know her. Like I said, I'm a fan of Queen, not Mary Austin. Freddie wanted to keep his personal life private, and I respect that. Therefore, I don't really feel like I have like the right to comment on it. She really kind of does split the fandom in two though. Some fans don't like her, some fans do. Me, I don't really care. Question number 5. Is it Deaky with a K or Deaky with a C. I think you'll find that actually both spellings are wrong. It's actually Deaky with a Q, spelled D-I-Q-I, Deaky. In all seriousness, even before I knew that this was something fans argued over, I spelt it with a K, just because, like, that's how you say it, so that's how you spell it. Also, Deaky with a K, like the actual way it looks when you like write it down or type it, it looks nicer than Deaky with a C. Like, Deaky with a C just looks really ugly and I don't like it. It looks like you should say Deacy, which triggers me. This is literally something that fans argue over all the time. It's actually kind of funny. On the one hand, you've got Brian, who spells it with a C, and then the Deaky amp is like, it's spelled with a C. Joe confirmed that in the script, Deaky was written with a C, but then on the other side, Roger spells it with a K. John's son, Cameron, spells it with a K. So, like, it's really, no one really knows. The only person who could confirm it at this point would be John himself, but I don't really think he's gonna surface anytime soon to end this war. But yeah, I spell it with a K. I don't know about anyone else, but in my opinion, there is a special place in hell reserved for people who spell it with a C. Sorry, Brian, but Deaky with a C just ain't it. Moving on to the last question, question number 6. I feel like, again, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. An album you think is overrated. Here's the real tea. There are Queen albums out there that are actually underrated, right? In my opinion, I think that their first album, Queen, I think that's underrated. An album that used to be underrated is Hot Space. But now, since that, like, loads of people are getting into Queen, Hot Space is no longer an underrated album because everyone talks about it, everyone loves it, and in all honesty, I think it's getting a bit overrated. Not saying it's a bad album, not saying that at all. I actually really like Hot Space, but you know, everyone kind of talks about it and everyone keeps saying how it's underrated. It really isn't though, that's the thing. The albums that I see people talk about the most are Hot Space and A Night at the Opera. So yeah, I think Hot Space is a bit overrated. I would say that A Night at the Opera is overrated, but it's actually just too good to even say that, because like, you get why it's hyped up a lot, because it's really fucking good. Are there any other Queen albums that I think are overrated? I don't think there are, besides like those two. And not even Night at the Opera, just Hot Space, really. In all honesty, I just think that all Queen albums are good, and all of them deserve to be talked about equally, because they're all amazing. Queen have never produced a bad album, that is a fact. So that brings us to the end of the Queen tea tag. If you do decide to answer these questions, I actually really want to hear your opinion. Sorry if you disagree with mine. Can't really help you with that. I'm making this video instead of revising for my exams, so just saying, y'all better appreciate it, so yeah. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you enjoyed hearing some controversial opinions, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day or evening. I would hug every single one of you if I could. And I will see you whenever I make another video. Bye!